So Doreen, what's your advice to a leader facing a difficult time of change ahead?
I would say get closer to your business. Not closer in a micromanagement sort of way, but closer so that you can see, strategically you can see all the key parts of it, a bit like the cogs in a watch, or a clock, you can see them, and that and your job really is to get them fit for purpose and fit for business. Is maybe and at that time is making sure that you're absolutely giving clear direction to your key people, your line managers, your directors, everybody that's beneath you, and making sure that they're also giving that clear direction to their teams also. It's making sure that your teams also are being kept in the loop, so that your message is cascading all the way through, through your line managers and your leaders, through to the people operating throughout the business. So communication is critical and it's key. And if you think you've communicated enough, you won't have. So more communication is absolutely key. Making sure your managers are on board with that and aligned with that is really, really important. It's making also sure, because if you are in difficult times, trading times, you've got to know how your market's moving. You've got to know how to anticipate the next market movement if you can. Understand what's going on. You can only do that through intelligence and making sure, market intelligence, and making sure that you know what your competitors are doing, what are they doing differently, what's working, who's having a great time through these difficult trading conditions, who isn't. And what is it you need to do to adapt? Very much in difficult trading times, less is more. The big mistake many leaders and managers make is that they try to fix everything, and when things are going wrong, they think that's the time to just fix absolutely everything that's going wrong in the business, and it isn't. It's about being more focused on a fewer number of areas, making sure that both you and your leaders and managers are also focused on those same things. In fact, I wrote an article on managing in tough times, and I'll just share with you a little extract from it. Eliminating the everyday stuff and the noise that people wrap themselves up in favour of objective related activities in a few focused areas will drive quicker and more meaningful results. In hard times, this strategy can become a permanent approach to driving business results, so it's a really good foundation. So specifically, those things are making sure that you've got very clear operational guidelines on the current tough trading situation. So communicating that your teams are all adults, they can take it. They need to be on board with what's going on. You need to know specifically what's the problem, and so do they, and communicate that in a way that is understandable and meaningful for them. What you believe the company is going to do about it, or gauge their input if you need that. What's expected of each and every senior manager, middle manager and team member in specific terms. Everybody needs to know what's needed of them. The areas the business has identified as being key to turning the business around. So again, that understanding what is it we need to fix that is going to turn this particular situation around, and being absolutely specific about only focusing on those areas. In our experience, we see many troubled businesses making the mistake of trying to focus on all the normal stuff that they normally do in the same way, and then adding in a complete new layer of new things they need to focus on. And then everybody just gets far too impact diluted, and what they do becomes meaningless, and then it sort of reigns into sort of organised sometimes but often disorganised chaos. People are critical in those times. So keeping them in the loop, as I've already said, making sure that you, particularly as a leader, are visible and accessible in the business. People know that they can approach you. If they have concerns, they're going to need reassuring, not necessarily by you, but by their managers. Making sure that there's a healthy balance in the business of engagement and accountability. That your managers and your teams understand that, yes, they need to be engaged on what's going on, but every single one of the people that work with you and for you in your teams needs to be accountable for the job that they do. They need to stand up and be counted. It's massively important, and managers do get that wrong. Great leaders, or when you know somebody's a great leader, is when they can rally the troops in tough times. And if you can rally your troops in tough times by not just involving them in the problem, but involve them in the solution, you stand a really good chance of getting through it, but also focusing on fewer areas, but making a laser focus and bringing everybody with you so that you're all aligned.